Meanwhile, the narrator arrived at the station. She did not pay any attention to things along the way. She was walking in familiar places again for the first time after the war. She did not want to upset herself with the familiar sights of houses and streets that reminded her of all the previous times. She was trying not to think about these familiar places, for they will bring memories which will haunt her. It also indicates that narrator had gone through much hardship during the war. Her mind was flooded with bittersweet memories. War caused pain, and one can feel the grief and mental torture the survivors of war have to go through. When she sat in the train, the thoughts of Mrs. Darling came to her mind again. The narrator remembered for the first time she had seen Mrs. Darling. It was the morning after the day her mother told about Mrs. Darling. She woke up late that morning, and as she was going downstairs, she saw Mrs. Darling, the lady with the broad back. Her mother was seeing her out. Her mother introduced the narrator to Mrs. Darling. She signaled to her, and the woman responded with a nod. She was lugging out a heavy suitcase out of their house. She was wearing a brown coat and a hat that did not have a proper shape. Her attire showed that she was not well off. The narrator asked her mother if she lived far away, because she saw Mrs. Darling carry suitcases which were very heavy. And what was there in the suitcases? That in that suitcase all the valuable belongings of her mother that Mrs. Darling was carried away. The mother told her the address of Mrs. Darling, Marconi Street, number 46. It was then the narrator came to know about her address and remembered it all throughout the years. But the narrator had taken a long time in returning to Marconi Street, because after the liberation, what is liberation? The act of setting someone free from slavery. She was not interested in all that stored stuff, all their belongings lying with Mrs. Darling. She was afraid of confronting her haunting past and a reality which was devoid of loved ones. She was still traumatized and was afraid that the things might bring back memories of people which no longer existed. She was afraid to see things that would remind her of her mother, who was no more. She would end up thinking about her family, and it would be painful. So, initially, she did not want to go to the address, Marconi Street, number 46, where Mrs. Darling lived. Afraid of being confronted with things that had belonged to a connection that no longer existed. So she did not want to go and have face to face with those things, because it belonged to her mother. The narrator personifies the things which had endured exile all these years like the narrator. The things were lying in Mrs. Darling's house in boxes and cupboards, were waiting in vain. Vain means useless, needing to go back to their original places which no longer existed, as the narrator has lost everything in the war. So we have learned earlier that how the narrator go in search of her mother's belonging. But first she did not want to go and get those things, because she was kind of frightened, because they would bring back the memories of her mother, and her mother was no more. But after the war, gradually everything became normal again. She was able to purchase a bed of lighter color and sleep in a bed without being threatened. The view out of her room became familiar as the instances of destruction has reduced, and her surrounding turned less hostile. This also implies that during the war, the narrator's family, being a Jewish family, had to go through a lot of trouble. They were always afraid of being caught and sent to concentration camps like other Jews. and they could not even look out of the window as it was covered with blackout paper. But as the days grew more normal, she felt a pang of curiosity to visit these old things as they were a part of her earlier simple life, and she liked to visit that life again. She felt pangs of loneliness, longing to see and touch those familiar things again, which shall give her a remembrance of her past self. The narrator had primarily gone to the address to relive those memories. After the first attempt failed, the narrator again tried for a second time.